All right, welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Gabs on the mic. We also have Parker with us today. Say what's up, Parker. How you doing today? What are we learning today? Say Unity. The basics. We're learning the basics with Unity today. All right, so I have on here a Canvas assignment. So you don't have to have the Canvas to do this, of course. I pulled some of this from Unity. Actually, I pulled almost all of it from Unity. Their playground, their Explore the Unity editor. So if you would like a page to go to, it would be the Explore the Unity editor, and that would be in the Unity Learn. I've actually gone through all of it. I just gotta click the continue. So as I was going through it, there was not really any video other than as you see, there was an image, and here this says, try these things. So we're gonna run through this step by step. What I did, what I looked at, and then I put some of it in here for the assignments. So just basic, we have the scene view, toolbar, hierarchy. What's up? Project window and inspector window. This is just something that you're gonna have to remember in the future. And this gives you kind of like a description of what each does. It's where you can organize things. It's where you can find the asset files. So that would be as you look up, up here, and that's more for you to go back and look at. Here's where I want to start, the layout menu. So we're gonna do a little practice. So if you want to do it with me, it'll be helpful. So I would say open up Unity, and when you open up Unity, you're going to want to create a new project just to try something. And I found that the 3D core is the easiest. So this is the simple Unity user, or just simple Unity project, and just want to create it somewhere. I keep putting all mine in my Unity project folder. So this one's going to be simple Unity stuff for me. I'm so good at English, man. It's so good. Create the project. You're going to see that it's going to take a little bit of time to create. That's okay. We're going to sit here for a second and let it do its thing. Let it do whatever we need. While I do that, I need to put my limiter on. It looks like my limiter. Well, it went 6. Cool. All right, there we go. Better audio. Now, okay, cool. So you'll notice that mine is different than what the other one looks like. Let's go to this one, where they have like the classic going on here. So what did I do? So what I did was on the top right up here, you see layout. You see the default layout, and that's what we have in the Unity page over here. You have the hierarchy, scene, toolbar, inspector, window, project. I was messing around. And I was literally just clicking around. I could see 4 different scenes, 2x3s. Looks like here's a scene view and a game view. So if I click play, I can see what's going on there, and all my project heart and my inspectors are over here. So this seems to be a really nice one, honestly. I might end up using that one in the future when I'm working on things. I ended up choosing the wide, or was it the tall? No, I ended up choosing the wide. I just liked having this up here, having these down there, and then I moved these a little bit to help me out. I just like having the inspector over here. I realized after my first project that I was going to have a lot of things going on, so when I click on some kind of asset, right, it was just a lot going on over here. So we have this. Let's run through it. I know, first thing was I didn't realize that you could press the buttons, QWERT, to kind of sift through these. So you see all these up here, our toolbar. Let's see how we can do that. Actually, let's go ahead and create a game object, a 3D object, and then we'll do a cube. So you could create an empty one and then have to go through the coding yourself. We're not there yet in this course. As you see, once again, look, here's all the things with this cube going on, and you can kind of like minimize all these. That's why I like the inspector over here. And you see we can move this a little bit over, and we can kind of give ourselves some more. And now this is nice. I like this setup. So a couple things. I saw that this is up here, and this is called a Gizmo. So I started messing with that first, and I realized, wow, you can do a lot of things with this Gizmo. And you can just click on different ones, and it gives you different views. And now there's a way to get to the isometric view of it as well. I can't remember if it was shift click. Yep, shift click gets you. If you hold down shift on your keyboard, you click that cube, it'll bring you back to the isometric view. Isometric gives you like a 3D view up. So as you see, I'm kind of zooming in and out and you can kind of hear my mouse wheel. on that one, and I'm clicking the mouse wheel to kind of pan. These are kind of standard controls for any 3D editor. And so when I was working on my Unity playground, I was clicking through these to pan. So I was clicking on that, and I could pan through my object, and then I could rotate it. As you see, I have all these different directions, and we're kind of actually going through the bottom here where I have in my instructions. I took this from Unity, where they have like these little videos here. And I read all that, and this is why I learned all this, right? You practice your skills, use the move tool, use the rotate tool, use the scale, and that's kind of just what we're doing here. So I'm just running through it, and that is what you see me doing here. So that's your rotate tool, and then this is your resize tool, and you can resize them in any direction. This is kind of cool too, right? This is how you can kind of play with it. This is your ultimate resize tool here, right? And this one does everything. You can change the view. You can rotate it, you can move it any direction that you want, and it's kind of nice actually. So this is, and then if you don't want to press it up here, you just do Q for panning, W for rotating and moving it, you know, zoom out, pan around, you know, rotate it, press the E button or the R button, the T button gives you different things, right? The Y kind of gives you the Y is really cool. The Y actually gives you the ability. Oh, I'm changing my light source. I want my cube. The Y gives you all of it. You can transform it, and this is what I didn't understand in the video. In the Unity video, I was like, "How are you doing all these things without pressing stuff?" And he was literally like, "Okay, now we're gonna rotate it. Okay, how are you doing that? What button did you press? Oh, that was E. Okay, cool. It was E. So T gives you once again that. So if you're ever watching videos and they're just rotating things and not pressing any buttons and the mouse never moves off of the main screen, you know what they're doing is they're using QWERTY. And that's really what it comes down to. I learned that if you press Alt and press the right trigger, you can kind of zoom in and out. If you press Alt, you can rotate around. So if you press Alt, you'll see that eyeball, and I left click here. Alt and left click gives me the ability to kind of like move around in the perspectives of what I'm looking at. Alt and Shift kind of like zooms in and out, and then I can pan. So really the Alt and Shift button are going to be like your best friends here in order to work through what you're seeing. And also what I'm doing here is I'm right clicking, and you'll see I have an eyeball with like the WASD button. So if I hold down right click and go up and down with the W and the S, I'm pressing W, now I'm pressing S, now I'm pressing W while holding right click. And now I'm holding right click and pressing D, and then I can press Q and can press E. You can see that there's a lot of tools here that you're going to want to kind of mess with and learn how to master your rotations and your views and zooming out and all that. But it all comes down to the QWERTY buttons, holding down Shift, holding down the Alt button, and then holding down right click, and then using your scroll wheel on your mouse. And that's the basics to manipulating scenes in Unity. And that's it. That's all I wanted to go over, things that I'm learning that are helpful, that weren't really like massively explained in some of these videos, with audio, of course. So other than that, I appreciate you guys coming through, and more videos are incoming as I learn more about Unity.